So when I decided I was going to walk the Roaches, I actually got the route out of Paul Besley's book, Dark Peak Walks. And I can highly recommend this walk for anybody wanting to do things around Kinder Scout and the Dark Peak. Great 11-mile circuit from Gradbach Mills. And then really the first 4 or 5 miles are a nice gentle stroll across fields without too much climbing. And then you reach Ramshaw Rocks, which has got views out towards the direction of Buxton, and on their own is a really great place to get a good view from. And then you head through farmland and start to climb up into Hen Cloud, which is really the start of the Roaches. And the views are absolutely spectacular, not like something you'd see anywhere else in Great Britain. The Roaches 3.5 miles long. Once you're up on the actual skyline, it's a gentle walk across the top and seeing great views. Very green on the left, and obviously very dark with all the peat and the moss on the right hand side. And then the walk sort of finishes at a place called Luds Church, which again, an amazing rock formation that you're not going to see anywhere else. And then we finished the walk in Gradbach Mill, so there's a place to stop and get coffee. Well done, Paul. Fantastic route. So this is actually Gradbach car park. The only thing I would say about this is that there aren't that many car parking spaces, and if they haven't opened up the field because it's a wet day, then of course getting there earlier rather than later is a pretty good idea. So on this corner is where you turn right to Gradbach Mill. It's also where the loop begins, so we're going to go up to the left and return via Gradbach Mill. So of course we can get a place for coffee at the end. You can actually see I've got the 67i on my rucksack there on Velcro with a safety cord. So every now and again I can just rip it off, take a look at the screen and make sure I'm on the right route. Obviously I'm carrying a map and compasses and all the stuff that I would usually carry, but that's in the backpack while I give this unit a try. Three main things that I'm using on this first outing. One is the compass. It's quite useful to just hit the page button and know that you're walking generally in the right direction, and it will tell you how far it is to the next waypoint. Then you've got the map itself, and the map itself has got an arrow where you actually are, so you can see whether you're on or off track. And then you've got your altimeter, so you can actually see what hills have come in. Now that's not always a good idea, but you can certainly see if you've done most of your climbing for the day. At this point the 67i had indicated I'd been off the path a couple of times. I mean, to be honest, I could see the path, exactly the direction it was going, but I think in terms of a misty day or fog, etc., it's going to tell you nice and early if you're going in the wrong direction. It's interesting walking down this path. This is where the Garmin started to come into its own. You notice there's a left and a right hand track. Now I decided to take the right hand track, and there's actually a sign that's facing away from me, so I couldn't see that I needed to turn left. The interesting thing is, by the time I was walking towards the farmhouse, the 67i was already telling me I was off course. So it's very easy to backtrack. Yeah, half an hour ago it was pretty miserable. The rain was horizontal, coming down in sheets really across the fields. It was a nice time to sit behind the rock and drink a coffee, but now we're back to summer. It feels like 25 degrees, no wind where I am, and just quite pleasant really. But this is the big climb of the day, up to the top of the Roaches. And I've seen loads of people at the top, so obviously you can park up there somewhere. So, right, time for the big climb. I just missed a sign there. The little sign on the left hand side going into the farm. I walk through the farm yard itself, and then when I check the map, I was 100 yards past it. So again, quite happy that it's told me. But now climb, probably 40 minutes of climbing I would imagine. Right, is it up there? Look again. Yeah, I think it might be this. We'll soon see. Gotta go up, that's the problem. I'm sure this will bleep if it's not. It's all like a water runoff. Oh, see, we've walked off the path. Do we go back down? Or no, I think this is one of those times, if you make a mistake, go back quicker. There's a lot of wall climbing and treacherous dips and things. Does look like a path though. Actually, with the rain just happening, apart from getting wet legs a bit, it's actually quite pleasant. Things are buzzing around, but yeah, it's not stifling or killing. So yeah, it's quite nice. Bit of everything on this walk, bit of moss, bit of fields, bit of rocks, bit of vistas. That's good. Hi mate. Yeah, not bad. I'm going the right way, am I? It's just a footpath. Alright, cheers. Just had a steep walk. It was quite steep as well. And apparently there's one about twice as steep to come. So, yeah, good stretch of the legs. But I've got a feeling in the sunshine we're going to get a view now. Oh my god, here we go. Yes. Show one down there, the river looks in. There's a bit of mud at this end. It gets
Oh.
better. There's a few planks down there, so
It is
yeah.
the worst bit.
Yeah.
Get this down with stuff.
It's worth it though, it's worth seeing it. You're welcome. Nice narrow area to get yourself back out again. It's touching your shoulders as you come through into the forest. I'm just checking the Garmin now just to see which way to go because there's multiple ways out. But yeah, very pleasant underfoot at this point. Yeah, the different things that I haven't tried on the 67i yet are, first of all, the ability to text. I can send set text messages to say to people, I'm setting off now, or I've got back safely. It also means that because they go through the satellite and not off the telephone, obviously we're always going to be connected. You've also got an SOS button, so if you are stuck, you press that button and there's a sort of international rescue kind of effort, so they'll call mountain guides out for you. So you see anybody injured on the path, of course you can help them out. So this is the cafe at Gradbach Mill. Great little cafe, do all sorts of things to eat and coffees and ciders and beers if you fancy one. And then after you've rested your legs, there's this little climb out of the Gradbach Mill up to the corner where we started at. So that's where we went left this morning to begin the loop. And we've now got a gentle 200 metre walk down to the actual car park. So in summary, what do I think of the 67i? Because it is quite a large, expensive purchase. I think first of all, it's a safety device. If you are going out walking in places like the Roaches and the Lake District where the terrain can be quite challenging, if you go the wrong way you can get yourself into trouble quite quickly, especially if you're tired. You're always relentless to want to go backwards, and of course if you haven't planned for very tight contour lines on the map, then you could be dealing with treacherous climbs down to get you to safety. It's got that text, it's got the SOS facility if you ever do need it. There is a subscription on that which I'm happy to pay, because I think if I'm going out alone or I'm going out with friends, or if I see somebody injured, there's always help there. I think the biggest thing that you're using all the time though is that thing that if you go off route for whatever reason, it's quickly telling you that you are up to 9 or 10 feet off route, and it's telling you you're off that path. Now sometimes it's wrong, sometimes the paths are very clearly seen, but you don't mind, you can easily deactivate that. But the best thing is if you go too far forwards, it's best to turn around at that point and bring yourself back onto the path that you know. If you've worked it out on a map and you know that it's going to be the safest route, then stick to that safest route, or get the map out and do a bit of map reading, have a look at the contour lines, see if there is an alternative route, especially if you're tired. But all in all, as a first outing, I think this device is going to prove very useful.